Across the Storm, a rogue-like light. It's different. I'm sure people will debate, but city builder. To me, I've played a little bit. It feels like a combination of Farthest Frontier and actually like a Monster Train-esque, but mostly the city builder part. So you build up your city, you gather some resources, you try not to get all your settlers murdered. I said across the storm. God, against the storm. It's if only we had EMP. It's also not inspired, but is similar to Across the Obelisk. So, and the art style is kind of like a Warcraft-esque. Anyways, well, let's find out. I'm gonna play through. I played through the tutorial. It's quite short. It's pretty intuitive. It's on Steam now. I know it's been in early access for a while, but it's been in early access on Steam for a few weeks. So, the games it's most similar to, according to my Steam, which for those who know me and my SCV simulators, is, let's see, Cosmeteer, and, it's not showing it now. I think it's Across the Obelisk, it said, or something like that, but it's a little bit of a lot of different things, but let's see. What's the plot? There's a storm. We're battling it. Metaphorically. Where's my cinematic? It was going to tell us about the storm. Let's see if I can... It's not very long, but... Okay. Just make a new profile. 3. That's what I was trying to do before. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Tell me the story.
The world is plagued by the blight storm.
I did turn it
A
up.
cycle of destruction, ravaging everything in its path. The only safe haven is the smoldering city, where the mysterious scorched queen reigns. You are one of her viceroys, a pioneer sent into the wilds, tasked with establishing new settlements and acquiring valuable resources for the crown. Your goal is to help rebuild the smoldering city and secure the future of the Queen's subjects.
So we gotta get resources so we can rebuild the city, because terrible things have happened, and the Queen's not gonna do it. All right, so we gotta do it. WASD. So the Queen gets impatient, though, as one does. And if she gets too impatient, bad things. And if the bar gets full, you lose. Fulfilling your duties, though, will increase your reputation, which is your win condition, and unlocks new buildings to increase more reputation. And now choose a blueprint. Woodcutter's Camp. Alright. Build a woodcutter's camp and explore the forest. You have to keep the fire going, so you have to keep wood or other fuels on the fire. Otherwise, everyone dies. Alright, winning and losing. You build not one but many settlements to successfully establish a town and therefore win. You need to collect enough rep in order to fill the entire bar before the Queen becomes too impatient. Also, if all your villagers leave or die, then you do fail. So that's not good. We're gonna turn down the just a little bit. The music is it's there. I'll probably end up not. It does get a little depressing because it's kind of just ambient. The camera controls are actually really smooth. Like, it is like a little bit of acceleration, but it doesn't feel bad at all. All right. Woodcutter's Camp. Let's I bet we're gonna have to cut through to whatever this area is. What could it be? Got the warehouse here where we keep all our goodies. We got the hearth, which burns so we don't die. Thus, the smoldering city. What do we got? We got 3 humans. who are adaptable but don't like rain. They like farming and really enjoy brewing. We got beavers. They're hardworking, honest, but also demanding. They like woodworking and engineering. We got lizards. They're very resilient and distrustful. They're very good with animals and meat production, which seem a little contradictory unless you want to... They prefer warm environments because they're lizards. What do we got up here? Orders. We must build 2 woodcutters' camps. We got to get some wood, and then the queen will, in all her wisdom and glory, send us some goodies. So anything you build, you can just move. Most of the camps, except for stuff you discover, is sometimes unique and you can't move it. So, like if I wanted to move the woodcutter camp, while you're moving it, well, you could either pause, but while you're moving it, they'll just wait until you finish moving it.
New subscriber detected.
We're gonna put some beavers. When they do this, they have that means they're really into it. They love wood cutting. That's it. They're really into it. So, because they're beavers. So, what do we got? Sacred fire. Oh yes, the lizards are good fire keepers. They like it. We'll put the humans on the other one. So they will cut whatever the closest trees are unless you tell them. Shift for a smaller marker. Did we finish our orders? We did. Bring me goodies. Next is cut through the forest and discover 2 glades, which are the open spaces. Okay, but what blueprint have we gotten? Usually you'll get more than one. This is the tutorial part. This is a bit this is part of the roguelite bit. Is it won't always give you the same ones. Can intimidate villagers, but won't be species specific, so... Actually, I'll let the tutorial explain. The tutorial's good. And it isn't too tedious. Very key. This. I believe it's 6 per shelter? 6 or 4. We'll find out once they finish. Although, wait, there's video? Although you're surrounded by entirely thick forests, there are smaller and bigger glades around your starting location. Establish a settlement, you have to cut your way through. They can contain resources, treasures, fertile soil, ruined buildings, and more. Mark the trees, and tell your woodcutters to cut a specific area if you don't want them just going around. Best rewards come from dangerous or forbidden glades. Marked with the skull. These always have at least one dangerous glade event. And you'll have to deliver certain goods or complete a challenge. So it's not combat, it's more like problem solving. Though, the glade events can result in your villagers dying. So it's like combat against incompetence, which is most of our lives, I think. So. What do you got? Oh yeah, there's a nice, if you hold B, you get the resources overlay. And also, I really appreciate the UI. Because, I mean, it's little details, but you click on it, and it'll tell you what can harvest it. Sometimes there are multiple types of things that can harvest it, whether it's like a farm or like a certain camp, scavenger's camp. So a lot of the basic stuff of like, wait, what does that do, is included. You can also see what resources you have by going through up there. Just keep it on the food for now. Or just clicking on the warehouse, which stores it all. Any interest in Purple War? You mean Warcraft 3 mobile? I played it. The multiplayer was insanely laggy. Like, oh my god. It's literally Warcraft 3 otherwise, though. Like, like, it could not play a match without feeling like it was 5,000 ping. Wait. Did we get new beavers? Oh yeah, we can switch who's working. Hold Alt, see who's working where. We got 2 idle humans? Or... Yeah, that's what it's saying there. Orders? Foragers camp and vegetables. I gotta say, every time I look at the vegetables thing, it makes me think of like a goblin face. Like, if you don't really focus on it too much, it looks like a goblin face. It throws me off. That's what I first saw, and now I can't unsee it. Alright, foragers camp. I do let when you build a camp, it'll highlight the resources that can be gathered with it, which is super convenient. I do appreciate that. We need to mark some more trees for harvesting. It's not a danger glade. Let's just pick those on non-specific. Also, the number key is speed up, if you'd like. That's humans. The lizards are good at meat, but the humans like farming related things. All right. Do we have more beavers? I'm gonna put another beaver in the wood cutting. Orders are done. Stonecutters camp. Now I need to find the stone. Go back to 1x. So I'm not sure, like when it says facing a certain direction, I'm not sure. So each building has its own internal storage that then someone, either who works at the camp or idle, will gather from the internal storage and bring it to the warehouse. So I'm not sure if it's better to face the direction you want, like towards the warehouse, or if it's quicker to face it towards the resources. Can you zoom in and see the models? Technically, I can rename everyone, I think. What is your job? Wait. Is that a lizard person? Wait, I'm trying to click on this person. Geraldine. No, wait, this is the lizard. They're busy tending to it. Here's a lizard person. They got hats. The whole thing is the storm and the rain. So. Wait, do the lizards like... Nobody likes just sitting around picking up rocks. Okay, glade event. Glade events are objects in the forest like abandoned caches, survivor camps, ruins, wild beasts. Some of them are positive, offering goods in exchange for a small amount of resources. Others are dangerous, forcing you to act quickly to avoid negative consequences, but giving you a reward. Once you select a different glade event, the event panel will show. There you'll be able to find a few different sections: effects, worker slots, requirements, rewards. The effects section shows you the possible negative consequences, how much time you have left before they occur. To complete an event, you need to assign workers. Some require you to deliver goods, while others have something called a working effect. Working effects are special conditions that activate once you give the order. Usually a debuff. Your goal is to survive the conditions for a set amount of time. After an event has been completed, your workers will deliver the rewards, and no negative effects will trigger. So, like, when you start it, there will be a negative event. The worst I've seen in, like, past the tutorial is, like, everyone works 20% slower while doing this. Stuff like that. No, I haven't played that much, so... Small encampment is idle. Oh, yeah. Oh, it wants me to do this. Alright. Well, let's go send... I gotta pick a reward. Do I want new people, or do I want to send Amber to the Citadel?
Is that all?
I'm gonna get some more villies.
Chilling for 33 months.
Oh,
I had a crazy dream last night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Turns out it was just a fantasy.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Wait, what was that? Option. Auto track orders, auto load recipe limits, auto reset. Avoid opening glades by default, raw food consumption by default. That's too complicated deal. Okay. I see. They return. I'm just gonna watch the trip. So they return to the front, but when I want, so this has the internal storage here. Will somebody pick that up and bring it to the warehouse? Or how does that work? Yeah. Okay. So they put it, the storage and where they return it. This guy just brought it back to the warehouse here, so. Elfrida. Yep. The little weird beetle-looking people are actually humans with their weird coats. So. Orders. Next is harvesters. We got... These people have been sent here by the crown. Which group do you want to stay, Viceroy? The other will continue on to the next settlement. Alright, so... Either we get 20 grain, and a human and a beaver, or a lizard, 2 beavers, 5 vegetables, 3 leathers, 3 stone. I'm gonna take more beavers. Logistics. Sounds scary, I know. Every building has its own internal storage, where produced and gathered goods are temporarily stored. When the internal storage reaches its limit, the goods will be transported to the warehouse. While transporting, it's important to keep in mind the villagers have a limited carry capacity. Unless you get wheelbarrow up. Depending on their profession and active perks. So they might need to walk several times. Every few minutes our workers they get lazy. They take breaks. They return to the hearth to eat and rest. During a break, they'll consume at least 1 food item and try to fulfill their needs, clothing, services. If a villager has multiple needs tied to complex food, they'll consume more than 1 meal. Goods kept in the building's internal storage are inaccessible to other villagers or production. They have to go to the main warehouse, they have to go to the command center, before they can be distributed to other things. Choose a blueprint. Harvester's game. Alright. Also, you can make paths, which take a couple seconds to build. The basic path gives you a 5% speed increase, but I actually have found so far, until you get like the roads, no reason to constrain yourself to that. Like, everything moves around. It's only on the path. They won't know. Alright, humans like harvesting. Wait, do they? Do beavers? Nobody's a huge fan of this. Okay. Cut some of those. Cut some of those. This game and music is too relaxing. I agree. Thank you for reminding me. Like I said, the music is just, it's good, but it's not. I want to productively build my city for hours. Good. It's I want to fall asleep under the shade of this tree and wake up dead. Good. Which means Hard Space Shipbreaker's back again. The perfect. We gotta put the work in, but also not fall asleep while doing it. I will say that is the main accomplishment of that game. I mean, it's a good game. With the rain too, yeah, it's just too much. Or too little, either way. Oh, order's complete. Building blocks. We got planks, we got bricks, we got fabric. We gotta do all those in the crude workstation. I'll put that by the warehouse. That seems like the place to have it, because it needs the materials from the warehouse. Right? So, and this is why I usually don't bother with paths early. At least so far. I haven't gotten very far past the tutorial, but because you don't want to, you can just delete them. If you delete other buildings, you get some of the resources back, but paths are free. Paths only cost that tiny bit of time to put them together. Oh, we need some more shelters. Not everybody has a house right now. Gonna make planks. We can make... You can enable alternate recipes over here, which is pretty cool. It's actually quite intuitive. You can see all the recipes, and you can prioritize them with like the shift key, or just whatever you have most of. So like I can disable the leather. It's actually super nice. One of the best kind of UIs for something like this that I've seen. Wait, I thought beavers liked engineering. Is this not engineering? Let's take a look. I guess it's not very complicated. Why do the lizards not have good resolve? What do we got? We got 40% better chopping. We got more vegetables. Some better clay. We got these from finishing the orders and the other perks. Oh yeah, every year you get a cornerstone. A year has 3 seasons. Drizzle, which is the start, just the basic rain. There's clearance, which is like the dry season, and then the storm. And the storm is when bad things happen and everybody... It's kind of like the winter of it. Not that the winter is bad at all. Like, production is quicker in the crude. Okay. Like this is an example of what you could get, but that'll help me finish my current mission. New glade. What do we got? We got small encampment. Welcome new people. Why not? Investigate. We have 240 wood to fuel the fire of the hearth. Do we still need more shelter? There's a few homeless humans. Alright, we got bricks. I'll disable bricks. We got planks. We got fabric. You know what? I'll undisable it. Deliver an ancient tablets. Cut through the forest and discover a dangerous glade. Is that a Oh, that's just a river. There's only one. It wants you to go a certain place. Alright. Stop chopping. I did actually go the other direction. So, might take a bit. I don't actually have enough space here. Create space for the other workstation. There we are. Oh, I didn't choose the blueprint? Ah, and this is giving you an example. If you build a specific house, it'll make people happier instead of just a generic shelter, believe it or not. I like the beavers. Beavers doing great work. Alright, we're gonna get some beaver house. It does require planks, not just the wood. Planks require the base wood. More beavers. Another woodcutter camp. More beavers. Oh no, a dangerous. So, an ominous shrine. So it will kill 3 random villagers. How exciting. Usually they're not so dramatic. This is just an example of the most dramatic. Not the ones necessarily. I think it can kill the ones who are working on it, but they're just included. Okay. Oh no. Well, rip. Okay, well, we got some new employment opportunities, everyone. Welcome. Give me my planks back. We don't need a beaver house right now. Have we finished? No, we need to bring the planks over here. Mark trees. Alright. Just get to work. These are not dangerous glaives. Oh my god, you literally can see it. I think they can... I don't know exactly how much they can carry, but... Alright. There, investigate. You can tell. Look at them investigate. Alright. Good job, I think. That means we've gotten the ancient tablet. We've returned it. And that means settlement complete. We've accomplished all the orders the Queen set out for us. We've unlocked all the basics of a good settlement. And now we must move on. Villagers with low resolve will start leaving, increasing the Queen's impatience. Keeping resolve exceptionally high will grant better reputation. Satisfying your villagers' needs with complex food, homes, and services, like breweries. Breweries well known for increasing resolve. It's hard to please everyone all the time, though. Farmers can plant on farm fields. which you can tell because of the way they are. Also, it just super indicates it. They're planted in drizzle and harvested during clearance, which is pretty on the nose for season names, but build a farm, harvest grain, and serve some ale in the tavern. Convenient. We got the farm recipe or thingy. Now, eventually, I'd like to move the farm to that location, but let's start here. I'm just gonna turn this all into farm field though. They'll only start farming from the areas close enough, but I can move the farm once I clear it out. I'm gonna get a woodcutter camp here. No housing. Oh yeah. When they built the farms, we can deliver. We need 2 woodcutters camps. It's still trying to tell me how to play. This is tutorial 2 now. Shelter. How many we got? We got 8, 11. We need 4 shelters. 10 wood apiece, but where are we going to be expanding to? I think we just put the shelters not right next to this, but one more. 2, 3, 4. Humans love farming for some reason. I don't know. Seems boring to me, but we're still in drizzle. You can see the seasons up there. So we got plenty of time. So what happens if I run out of wood? I don't think... Oh, woodcutter's camp doesn't require wood. It requires a couple small parts, which I think you start with a bunch of. Alright, get those beavers. You know what they like. Everyone knows what they like. They like woodcutting. Because they're beavers.
Is that all?
Suit Pirate is chilling for 6 months.
Thank you, Mr. Pirate.
What is streaming if not farming likes and subscribes?
Good point. Not just this whole area. Open up some space. We're gonna put a couple humans on that one. Oh yeah, choose a cornerstone. Farm goods? I think so. Bale delivery line. These are just examples. Oh yeah, we finished our orders, which means we get a couple more beavers. And then we got trapper camp. Finally the lizards come in. There you go. We got some of those, what are those? Ah, yes, slick shell brood mothers. You know what I'm talking about. We're gonna change these out for the new beavers. We're gonna move this over, move this over. I don't know what happens if you move that over during, like, mid-season and it moves away from all that stuff, but... Alright, lizards. They love murdering animals. Do you press B is the resource icons. Otherwise, it just gives you, when you, like, I bring this up, it'll give you contextual icons, like, well, woodcutters is pretty obvious, but, like, harvester's camp, it'll show an icon on stuff you can harvest. So. But B is the default resources, and then Alt is worker overlay. What are we making? Vegetables, grain. I'm pretty sure it was determined at the start of the season what would be harvested. Reputation points. You can gain rep by completing orders, exploring surroundings, or keeping your villagers happy. They all kind of come together at once. They're straightforward. You always get at least 1 reputation point for completing them. To gain reputation for villagers' well-being, you have to increase their resolve past a certain point. With time, your villagers will become accustomed to their living conditions, and the rep threshold will increase. And it gets more complex. They get needier. To acquire rep from exploring, you have to cut your way through the forest to dangerous or forbidden glades and complete the events there. But beware, it can be challenging or require special resources. You can maybe get some from traders or something. The objective is to keep the queen happy by helping to rebuild the city by collecting resources from varied areas under varying challenges. We're fighting against the queen's impatience. She doesn't like when you fuck it up. We got a smokehouse. We need some meat and jerky. All right. Oh yeah. There you go. It's almost harvesting season. Moving the wood camps. I don't quite have enough. Oh yeah, I got some new beavers. Which is why I don't have enough shelter right now. New season, newcomers. What do we got? We got a lizard, we got a beaver, we got some eggs, stone, clay, or 2 humans, and a bunch of. We're going for a brewery, so I'm gonna get some more humans. We're gonna get rid of the pottery and incense. We're gonna enable meat and disable insects in the jerky recipe. And then we're gonna get jerkin. Yeah, that's what it's not my term. All right. If the queen gets too impatient, essentially, yeah, I think she forces us. She sends in the enforcers and removes the settlement for its inefficiency. We don't question the queen. We don't ask questions. What do we got over here? Small deposits. Order is complete. Next is a brewery. There we are. Food. Your villagers need to eat. Every few minutes, they'll go on break and try to eat some. If they don't have anything they like pickled goods for beavers, they'll eat raw food. If there's no food, they'll get hungry. And if they get too hungry, they won't be hyped, and they'll leave because they're starving. Even if you grow vegetables, the amount you produce will soon become insufficient. Solution is to process raw food and multiply. As most recipes in the game yield more goods than raw ingredients used to produce them. Some perks can further increase it, or even generate additional food as a byproduct. So, refine. Alright, we're making ale. And we got humans who... I thought they loved brewing. I thought that was their thing. They enjoy brewing. This is a brewery. Wait. Is there a difference between enjoyment and what you're good at? Ah, yes. I mean, a lot of people think they're good at brewing. But that's it. There's a big difference between enjoying it and actually being good at it. Which, I think, if they're actually good at something, they do it faster. But if they like something, they're happier doing it. Ah, makes sense. Okay, alright. Can we use barrels here? Yeah, we'll use barrels instead of putting it in pottery jugs. So these are the recipes and their alternatives. Can we look at the jerky one? This is trading post. This is recipes, yeah. There's a show all button. I get it. I got you. I don't do that. Work our way through here. Let them keep going there. Happy New Year. What do we got? We got some humans. 2 in 1 or 1 in 1. I'm gonna take this on the side. 10 vegetables, 6 plant fibers. Efficient brewing or grain farming? Well, just to finish this, we're gonna do the brewing. 50% seems like a lot, but I think it's just trying to get me to finish the mission. Oh wow, yeah, that really increases the recipe. I'm actually just gonna disable that. By a lot. You value the resource of the pops more? Oh, there's some eggs. Tasty eggs. Excellent. We got a tavern. Leisure brawling. Gleeman's Tales. Lots of gleemans. That's what I'm all about. Tavern. 20 planks. 8 bricks. 8 fabric. We don't actually have the fabric right now, so... We can't move the warehouse. The easiest thing to move is probably the houses. That means we're gonna need a crude workstation to just smash out some fabric. The houses take resources to move? What? That's not true. Cost 5 wood. Wait, does everything take resources to move? Huh. Good to know. Thank you. Make me some fabric. Mm-hmm. We finished the fabric. We brought it to the warehouse. They should bring it over here. Did he go somewhere else first? Do I have anything that's stealing my fabric? Is there a recipe over here? Where is it going? He's making it. But he keeps going somewhere. I'm prioritizing this, but I wonder where it goes. Every evening, a gleeman tells stories about past glories and times before the Great Civil War. So, villagers use it for clothing. Why are the lizards so hyped? That's a weird one. Anyways, I should be doing this as quick as possible. We got copper bars. Got grain. I'm gonna take the copper bars. Okay. They do brawling here as well. The designated brawling location. Small abandoned cache. I'll send a human. We got reinforced needles. Oh wait, that's a perk. Or half a blueprint, half a rep bar, essentially. Who's gonna work at the tavern? We don't need 3 in the smokehouse. That isn't even doing anything. And a beaver. Do we have extra beavers? There's another one. Oh wait, be careful. That's a dangerous glade. We're gonna open it up to leather as well. The hearth tooltip says something about making clothing. Maybe it's houses. Or maybe they're just putting on the scraps of fabric. Or maybe he didn't put enough together that it had to, the storage had to be emptied yet. Is part of it. I don't know. But as soon as I did the priority on the tavern, it immediately worked. But when it was at 0 priority, nothing happened, so maybe they weren't motivated to take it out of storage yet. Alright, leisure harder. Resolve breakdown. Ah yes, the Gleeman's affects the sacred pyre. Comfortable. What do we got here? We got leisure. We got tasty foods. Jerky is a complex food. There's also biscuits. And then there's clothing. It requires coats, but I don't know how to see how many coats I have. Apparently enough. That's what we're seeing. No builders available. Everybody's got a job. Well, we get 2 more beavers. Some tools. Next up is the keep the humans resolve above 25. Well, already there. And then there's goods packed for delivery. Produced by makeshift post, provisioner, or manufactory. We have too many beavers not to give them fancy houses. Not a makeshift post. So it's like a starter trading post or something.
New subscriber detected.
I can't even.
Candyman is chilling for 9 months.
Are we still brewing? They're out of meat, but I found some over here.